Hey guys, you're welcome back to Kema Freak. My name is Kemi Omorugbe. In case you are new here, please take the front seat and join the farm. Subscribe to this channel and make sure you click on the notification bell. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. Okay? Thank you. In today's video, I'll be discussing challenges women face as entrepreneurs. I'm a fashion designer, so I'll be tailoring it to fashion designing. But even if you're not a fashion designer, you're going to find this video relatable because our challenges are similar. Irrespective of your career path, we experience similar challenges when it comes to combining work with family. So guys, let's get on to work. Let's talk about the stages in a girl child's life. So when you see two kids, a boy and a girl, there's really no much difference when it comes to responsibility, expectation, because they are kids, right? But the narrative changes once this woman starts having kids. Let's even assume she gets married, so she has a spouse, okay? And then she starts bringing forth children. She gets pregnant. First, nature has already made it unfair for women. Permit me to use that word unfair, but God has created us with peculiar responsibilities and features that doesn't make the playing ground, the playing field level for everybody. So first you have to deal with having that beautiful bump, carrying your beautiful little one. We all know this is a blessing, but at the same time, that has its challenges. From the beginning of pregnancy, some people deal with hyperemesis, some people have different things happen during pregnancy, and it can take a toll on a woman's health. And later on in pregnancy, the bumps get bigger. For instance, as fashion designer at this stage, it's even difficult to pedal on a machine. If you are a tailor and you're used to sewing on the machine, it's hard to keep up pedaling, especially the manual machine at certain stage in pregnancy. After the baby is delivered, the society also has so much expectation for the woman. Nature in itself has so much expectation from the woman. For instance, you may have to breastfeed your baby, so you're already giving that gift. You have food for the baby, which kind of makes you stuck with the baby a lot of time. And also you have to deal with your body changing. For instance, baby girl used to be a figure 8 before having kids, so forget what you're saying now. I used to have a very nice shape, but after delivering babies, I still model my outfits, but it comes with a lot of combination, permutation here and there to make everything still look good. So there's really no base of comparison. If you are the type always going on the gram and seeing those snatched little baby, do you know what your body has gone through? You may be able to get right back to what you were before, and that may never happen. That's the experience of a lot of moms. Why am I mentioning this part of it? Because as fashion designers, we want to slave for the gram, we want to look good on our outfits, and there's this challenge of your body not cooperating. That's on the side of the body. Another challenge is that time it takes you to nurture your kids, watching them, taking care of them through the stages of life. Yes, some of us have spouses that are helpful, but even at that, there's a limit to what men can do when it comes to bringing up a baby. I'm saying a baby now because at the stage they start getting independent and it gets better onward. So what are the things you can do as a career woman? None of this will completely erase the challenges. They are just going to help you cope through that season of your life. Let's get on to it. The very first coping mechanism has to do with how you feel on the inside. Cut yourself some slack. Don't judge yourself, because it's not your fault. Your body is doing something great. You're actually in the process of creating a life, which is the most important kind of creation. What else do you want to create that will compare to the life you're carrying or the life you're nurturing? So cut yourself some slack. Yes, I know people will talk, and people who like to make comparison. For instance, I had a CS when I delivered my babies, both of them, and it's not, I heard some couple of remarks here and there, and so person started walking like 2 days after the CS, this person's body, but I don't care. I heard a comment that your pain threshold is so low. And I had to make the person know that one reason why you should sympathize with me, because I didn't create my own pain threshold. The pain threshold is part of me. I met it this way. and this is how I feel. More reason why you should sympathize with me. If some other persons have a high pain threshold and they don't feel it that much, good for them, I'm happy for them. But at the same time, that does not undermine how I feel. So don't compare yourself with any other person. Cut yourself some slack. If you can afford it, take a break. That's one of the reasons I don't look down on stay-at-home mom at all. I feel if you need to stay at home through this season of your life, you get it back later. Please do, especially if you have an understanding spouse that can support you. You really don't need to be running around and try to combine things. I respect working moms a lot. That's the reason I'm making this video. But at the same time, you can decide to stay at home that season of your life. Forget what any other person will say. Develop yourself that time. Take a course, take an online class if you can, and enjoy that season of your life. It's not many people can afford that. So if you are one that can afford to take a break, please take a break. And when you do that, make sure you enjoy it thoroughly. Don't judge yourself. Don't listen to negative remarks. Keep your mind positive. Make sure you are growing. Intellectually. Read books, watch movies, anything that will develop you basically. Don't judge yourself. Cut yourself some slack. And if you are a working mom, if you're already a working mom, probably before getting pregnant and all that, I would say you should take a break. People in the UK, for instance, can get as much as 9 months maternity leave. So why won't you as an entrepreneur? That's part of the things you should be planning for when you're working, okay? Before the pregnancy comes and all of that, you should already know things like this can happen. So you can take a maternity leave, and if you have a good structure in place during that leave, and I'm not saying you should take 9 months because that's a bit long for the Nigerian economy. If possible, you can have people handle your business for you that time. That's if you have a store already, maybe you have a working store already, or you've been working from home and you have tailors. You don't just want everybody to go off the payment list. Maybe your customers are still coming, but then don't stress yourself. Whatever your situation is, if you can afford to have somebody running your business, fine. If you can't, perfect. Just zoom off work for that couple of months, and then you can get back to it. That's if you can afford to. If you cannot still afford to, don't still judge yourself. A lot of times we are the one putting pressure on ourselves. Life is already difficult in itself because the society puts pressure on you. You have expectations, and then to make matters worse, we now heap even more expectations on ourselves. Take a break. Now to the second point, the second coping mechanism. Ask for help. Grab the help. Ask for help from your spouse. Some men don't automatically absorb that role of fatherhood, and you need to let them know what their responsibilities are. Don't try to be a superwoman that will want to do everything by yourself, or I can handle it myself, I'm a superwoman, or so person did it this way, so I can combine the work, I can do everything. Don't have that mentality, because even if you can, it can take a toll on your health, both psychologically and physically. So you have to take good care of yourself. Ask for help from your spouses. Grab the help you can afford. If you can afford a house help, this is the time to have one. If you can afford a nanny, this is the time to have one. If you can't and you have relatives around that can come stay with you, perfect. We all know it's not really a help when your spouse gives it. I have my own opinions, but I personally think when a father does things for their child, they are not helping you, they are performing their duties. Nigerian men, some of them don't know this, but it's their duty as well to take care of the kids, and because of the nature of things, because you're a woman and also societal expectation, you have more responsibility. If you are breastfeeding, for instance, that's automatic. The man cannot completely breastfeed, even if you are going to express breast milk and he will handle it. It's actually still stressful to pump out, and it's not like both of you are going through that stress. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it. On to the next point. If you are not comfortable with staying home for an extended period, you can get your kids enrolled in crèche. I personally feel a little more comfortable with crèches than with nannies, especially if you will not be there. If you are going to take a nanny, make sure you have a nanny cam, a camera monitoring your kids or your baby at home. Otherwise, take your kids to crèche. Most crèches have multiple caregivers, and I don't think all of them will be wicked at once. If one is erring, the other is there to correct. That was what I did personally when my baby was around 6 months old and we have started giving a little bit of solid food. I enrolled him in crèche so I could get on to work, and that was around the time I actually started working outside the home. So enrolling your kid in crèche can help you take your mind off them for a little while before it will be time to pick them up. So crèches, and as early as possible also, you can enroll your kid in a school. I know schools start taking kids as early as 2 years old. So if your baby is around 2 years and above, yeah, some of us have our reservation when it comes to enrolling kids in school early, especially those of us in Nigeria. That's the norm outside. You don't put a 2 years old child in school in the UK, for instance, but here in Nigeria it is acceptable. So you may have your reservation, but for the purpose that you actually want to get back to work, you can just do that. After all, most schools at that age still kind of teach the children more like a preschool, caregiving, kindergarten kind of setting, so it's not like intensive coursework. Oh god. So you can grab that kind of opportunity, and that was what I did. And when that happened, it was like I was getting a breath of fresh air. It was so relieving at that time. Another point I'll be raising is work from home. It's as simple as that. Working from home gives you that it cuts out some extra time you will have used in traveling from one location to the other. If you're living in Lagos and you have to move through Lagos traffic, for instance, you save that time by working from home. So set up your home workstation, have your machines and everything you need. If you need a tailor can come home. You understand what I mean? And also consider the fact that you have limited time. That means you may be able to do limited work as well. So you don't need anything that will put extra expenses on your production process and all that, renting a store, paying for NEPA light bill. See me say NEPA, that's the side I'm in Nigerian. So you don't want all that stress. It kind of allows you ease into working full time gradually. But even at this, doing it with a child at home, it is somehow challenging, so you can still grab the crèche opportunity alongside working from home. Working from home can help you save time and also gradually create a balanced work mom life, if you understand what I mean. So the next thing I'll be mentioning is that you should don't feel bad when things don't work out. A lot of the motivation you need for work comes from within. So if you feel discouraged already, if you feel, you know what, when I became a mom, this thing kind of surprised some of us, because you may not fully grasp what it is till you are in it. So I will actually think I can finish this outfit by 4 p.m. and that's just me planning according to how I used to work. And then baby will wake up, you have to carry the baby, and something will happen, you have to feed the baby, and before you know it, you've not even gone halfway after that time. So don't let this type of situation get you depressed. It just comes with the job, it's part of it. So when things like this happen, once again, cut yourself some slacks. Appreciate the work you're doing. Being a mom alone is enough work. Being a mom alone, doing no other thing, you are just momming. There's a term like that. You're just being a mom. It's already enough work. So when you try to combine them together, if you are not careful enough to not judge yourself, if you keep judging yourself, you keep feeling bad about it, it's going to put you in a state where you are not even in the mental state to work. Creativity comes from within. So if your mental state is not well taken care of, there's no way you can be creative. That's just it. So when things don't work out the way you want them to, enjoy the flow. Enjoy that stage of your life. Also put in mind that this stage doesn't last forever. It's a transient one. We have parents that went through stressful life, and before you know it, the kids are in secondary school, university, and things change, and the truth is you're going to miss out on the fun in this stage, because the most important thing is that you enjoy every stage of your life. Remember that this is your life, you are living that life already. It's not like there's a life you will enjoy tomorrow, this is the time to work. No. So whatever you do, whether you are working, whether you're taking care of the kids, ensure that you are enjoying the moment, that you're living in the moment. Another tip I'll be sharing is that you space the age gap between each kids appropriately. Go for family planning. Don't leave it to nature to decide how your kids will be spaced. Decide that yourself, because when you have kids one after the other, no much break in between, it can take a toll on you, both mentally and physically. So ensure that you plan your family with your spouse, of course, and don't take more than you can chew. Okay, take the number of kids you know you can take care of comfortably, that also will allow you not to lose yourself. I know our parents in Nigeria, some of us have like 5 other siblings. That's 6 of us. Some 9, some 10, as many as that. But in the economic situation we are facing right now, it's not really a right choice for any of the young upcoming, moms. So make sure you plan and you space your kids properly. If you have 3 under 3, for instance, or 2 under 2, it will be more challenging for you to get back to work, to build your career, than if you have maybe 1 child, 3 years in between, another child, so you don't have your hands full at once. Trust me, it will even take a toll on your relationship with your spouse, because you're going to just shock yourself with so much responsibilities at once. I know everyone has their own plans, they have, or sometimes things happen, okay, and you didn't plan certain things and they happen. Even that, I'll still say don't beat yourself up. Okay, life is not that hard, okay? Even this is what I advise when it comes to spacing, but at the same time things happen and you just go with the flow. Most importantly, ensure that you're happy and you're enjoying every season of your life, both in your career and your family life. Try as much as possible to create a balance, but even if you know balance, you must be balanced last, and just take it one day at a time. I'm rooting for you. If you're a mom here trying to combine building a career with your responsibility as a mom and a wife, I just want you to know that you're doing a great job. Don't lose yourself in it, and take things one day at a time. It will definitely get better with time. And if you're a full-time mom here, maybe a stay-at-home mom, I also want you to know that you're doing an excellent job. You are making some sacrifices so that your kids can have the maximum care, and I'm rooting for you as well. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. So guys, this is where I will wrap up this video. If you have other suggestions as to how we can combine being a mom and a career woman, please drop it in the comment section. I will personally learn from it, and I'm sure lots more people will learn from your advice. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. If you have enjoyed this video so far, please give it a thumbs up and share to other moms that you think may need this as well. Don't keep this to yourself. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye.